The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Men's World Championship.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second ever FWE PLE. This is Sugar Rush. And we kick off this evening with the Tri-Wizard Championship on the line. Fabio Sparklemane winning a fatal four-way #1 contenders match to be the challenger for Dylan Young, the champion here tonight in our opening matchup. Fabio Sparklemane, part of the winning tag team in that 8-man tag team match a couple of weeks ago, and then defeated his then 3 teammates in that fatal 4-way we talked about, Albus Dumbledore, Dr. Facilier, and Maui, to take on Dylan Young here tonight. Well, Dylan Young, one half the Thrill Seekers, now a 2-time Tri-Wizard champion. Remember the last PLE, back at Fantasia, he lost the championship to Shaggy Rogers, won it back the following week in a ladder match. So now a multi-time world champion here, Dylan Young, and hoping that his luck in title defenses at PLEs changes here this evening as he looks for his first retention at a premium live event. Well, this is certainly going to be one of the more unique matchups tonight.
From the internet, weighing in at 195 pounds, the Horseman! And his opponent, from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 220 pounds, the Men's World Champion, Dylan Young!
Pretty split crowd here tonight between the champion and the challenger. Referee Ernest Wright showing both competitors what is on the line. Will Dylan Young be walking out of Sugar Rush as the champ, or will we have our third Tri-Wizard champion since the inception of FWE? Dylan Young, Shaggy Rogers, the only 2 that have held that coveted belt. As here we go, Sugar Rush begins here tonight. And right out of the gate, a face buster by Fabio. Incredible matches built up during the course of the last 4 weeks, coming to a head here tonight, including the Women's World Championship on the line. Roa DeVille going to be defending against the Amazon Wonder Woman as wow, springboard Hurricane Rana there by Fabio Sparklemane to the outside. Pinfall or submission is the only way you can win this championship, and it has to be inside the ring, as referee Ernest Wright should be momentarily beginning the 10 count. Oh, maybe not. Maybe this was a no disqualification match, and I ended up not getting that memo because Fabio getting a kendo stick there, using it on the back of Dylan Young, and referee Ernest Wright did not call for a DQ. So apparently this is a no disqualification match. This is a roll-up for the title. Fabio with the roll-up on Dylan Young, who's going to kick out at 1. Also still to come here tonight, the final chapter, we do believe, in the storied rivalry between Matt McIntyre and Ernie the Keebler Elf. Of course, Matt McIntyre with a submission victory in recent weeks over the Elf. But here tonight it will be an ambulance match. As Fabio Spacker may take it out by a clothesline. And the stipulation in that matchup is that the loser of the match will be indefinitely suspended from FWE. And later on tonight as well, the Intercontinental Championship will be on the line. Michael Norman issuing an open challenge to anybody on the FWE roster that wants to step up for a chance at the title. We'll wait to see who is going to answer that call. It's a nice sidewalk slam there by Dylan Young to Fabio. And now an elbow right across the throat. Now Dylan Young just taking his time there. First time that Dylan Young has had to defend this championship in a 1v1. Most of the time it's been multi-man matches that he defended the title in. It's Dylan running clothesline off the ropes. Takes Fabio down. Fabio's not been able to get a whole lot of offense in here in the last few minutes. A shot right to the gut, maybe to the lower chest region of Fabio, and now Dylan gonna go under the ring, looking for some toys. Kendo stick right across the back, targeting the legs as well. And now, might be looking for a submission here. Locks the legs. Oh, it just delivers the long face of Fabio down to the canvas. Dylan now bringing Fabio to the center of the ring, gonna shoot the half, looks for the cover to retain the title. And that's gonna be it. Just like that, the match is over. Dylan Young has retained the Tri-Wizard Championship.
Here is your winner, and still men's.
All it took was that stomp.
Dylan
And, oh, whoa! What in the world? That's Anthony McCreary. That's Cole Eastwood attacking the champion. Superman punch from Anthony. What in the world is this about? McCreary and Eastwood attacking Dylan Young, and they've just busted him open. And now Anthony wailing away at that open wound. A post-match attack on Dylan Young by Anthony McCreary and Cole Eastwood. Unprovoked. I don't know if we're going to find out the reasoning for this, but nonetheless, Dylan Young is lying a bloody mess on the outside of the ring now after winning the title.
making his way to the ring from parts unknown, weighing in at 103 pounds, Eerie.
Well, welcome back to FWE Sugar Rush as we prepare ourselves for an ambulance match, but we might have to hold that ambulance for our world champion Dylan Young, still reeling, fans still buzzing from what just went down. Dylan Young with the title retention against Fabio Sparklemane, but then a 2-on-1 post-match attack by Anthony McCreary and Cole Eastwood. First off, that's a very unique alliance. We've not seen those two together in FWE before. So what brought about that alliance? And secondly, what was the reasoning for the attack on Dylan Young? Well, I don't know if we'll get answers tonight or if we'll maybe have to wait next week, a couple weeks down the road. Hopefully we get some kind of answers as to the reason for that attack, but now we get set here for an ambulance match, which is looking like it could very well be the final chapter in the storied rivalry between Ernie the Elf and Matt McIntyre. We've seen this culminate for weeks here in FWE, going all the way back to the last PLE at Fantasia, when Matt McIntyre and Ernie the Elf were one of 8 participants in the Men's World Championship matchup. Well, in that last PLE, neither Matt McIntyre nor Ernie the Elf left Fantasia as the men's Tri-Wizard champion. And last week, Matt McIntyre got himself a little spot of revenge against Ernie the Elf, winning a submission match. But here tonight, still on the quest for revenge, Matt McIntyre looks to have Ernie the Elf leave FWE potentially for good, as the loser of this match here tonight will be suspended from FWE indefinitely. But Matt's taking quite a risk himself, because he could potentially be suspended if Ernie the Elf is able to win this upcoming ambulance match. So this is high stakes, no doubt about it.
The following contest is an ambulance match. There are no pinfalls, submissions, disqualifications, or countouts. The only way to win is for a superstar to force their opponent into the ambulance by any means necessary. After closing both doors, the remaining superstar will be declared the winner. Now, let the match begin!
It has come to this, an ambulance match between Matt McIntyre and Ernie, the leader of the Keebler Elves. Ring announcer Mike Rowe aptly giving us the rules of this matchup. It's basically you just put your opponent into the ambulance. You have to close both doors. Important that, not just one. You have to close both doors to be the winner of this matchup. Loser leaves FWE Sugar Rush here tonight in that ambulance parked at ringside. That's Matt McIntyre with a small package pile drive suplex there. Basically, the goal of this matchup is to wear down your opponent so badly that they will not be able to stop you from closing those ambulance doors. It is a matchup that will test you physically, it will test you mentally. As Matt McIntyre out of the gate, bringing a ton of offense. Nice belly-to-belly suplex there. And now going underneath the ring, you heard no disqualifications, and Matt's got a sledgehammer that he delivered right up under the jaw of Ernie. And now a clothesline. Ernie going for a drop kick there. Might be a little disoriented. He hit nothing, and now Matt McIntyre with a European uppercut right to the back of the head. And now Ernie the Elf walking over to that ambulance. Gonna open up the doors. And Matt McIntyre looks like he might look to throw Ernie inside, get this matchup over with quickly. And there he goes, deposits Ernie the Elf inside the ambulance. Ernie gonna try and stop him from at least closing that first door. Little tug of war there with the ambulance door. Ernie on the inside, Matt on the outside, and Ernie's gonna win that battle, and he will stay in this matchup at least for the time being. You're just joining us here tonight at FWE Sugar Rush. We opened up the night with the Tri-Wizard Championship title on the line. Dylan Young successfully retaining the title against Fabio Sparklemane. As here's the crossface. This is how Matt won that submission match. Crossface locked in on Ernie the Elf. If Ernie taps out, it doesn't matter. There's no pinfalls or submissions in this type of a matchup, but Matt could certainly wear Ernie down with that devastating submission. But as we mentioned, Dylan Young retaining the title, and as he was in the middle of his celebration, a vicious attack by Cole Eastwood and Anthony McCrory, lacerating the champion. Dylan Young, we understand, is backstage being attended to by our medical staff. We'll try and get an update on him as soon as we can. We'll also try and see if we can channel our inner journalists and try and find out the backstory as to what provoked the attack by McCrory and Eastwood. Oh! It's a DDT right out there on the floor. Matt McIntyre's skull bouncing off the very low protected mat covering there on the concrete floor, and a float over stunner by Ernie the Elf. And now Ernie looks to put Matt McIntyre inside of that ambulance. And he will do so. Now Ernie's got to close both those ambulance doors. Matt McIntyre still got strength left in him. Not going to allow that first door to close. Both individuals using all their strength, and Ernie's going to close the first door. This could be it. Ernie now looking to close the second door. Matt might be using his hands, might be using his feet. He will be able to stop Ernie from closing that second door. Actually burst open both doors there. And now Matt going to work on that right arm of Ernie, and a knee right to the top of the head. Our crowd here in Albany, New York, very loud, very boisterous. An incredible PLE here already, and still more to come as Ernie's back inside the ambulance. Matt McIntyre now looking to close those ambulance doors. Still to come here tonight, the Women's World Championship on the line in our main event as Matt's got the first door closed. This could be it. Matt McIntyre looking to take Ernie out of FWE, maybe for good, as the loser of this match will be indefinitely suspended. Selena Del Sol by Ernie takes down McIntyre. And where is Ernie going? Ernie's going to the top of the ambulance. What is he going to do up there? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look how high up in the air he is. That's about 10 feet in the air. And Matt's going to go up there and meet him, it looks like. Oh, this cannot be good for either of these individuals. One wrong step could be detrimental to the future career. Oh, hits the stunner on the top of the ambulance. The crowd chanting one more time as Ernie takes Matt down again. Oh no, oh my gosh, Ernie's trying to throw Matt McIntyre off of that ambulance to the floor. Sling blade. And a drop kick to the side of the face. We are in dangerous, dangerous territory. Code breaker. Oh, Matt almost fell off the edge there. And Ernie, jawbreaker. Doesn't matter what you do on the top of that ambulance unless your opponent's inside. Oh, Matt almost again thrown over the top of that ambulance. And now hits the suplex. The upper back, the neck region bouncing off that ambulance. Oh, and now he's got Ernie hoisted up. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Matt depositing Ernie down to the floor. Ernie may be done. Ernie the Elf may be done. That may be it. Matt McIntyre looking to end this matchup. This has got to be it. And Ernie's still fighting. Somehow Ernie is still fighting after being delivered nearly 10, 12 feet from the top of the ambulance to the floor. And Ernie still fights out of the ambulance. And a DDT to Matt McIntyre. And now Ernie. Where is he getting this from? I don't know. Kendo stick shots to the legs, to the head. Both combatants are bleeding. This is what this rivalry has come to. As Matt, the stunner! The stunner! I think Matt was going for a suplex, countered into the stunner. And now a clothesline. Floors Ernie. And Ernie, his gut delivered right into that step. And is this going to be it? A bloodied Matt McIntyre looking to vanquish the Keebler Elf once and for all. First door is closed. Can Matt get the second door closed to win this match? And Ernie, with maybe the last gasp effort, falls out of the ambulance, but stays in this matchup nonetheless. Matt bounced off the hardest part of the ring, the apron. And now Ernie deposited back inside of the ring. What more can these two individuals do to each other? How is Ernie even still on his feet? Oh! And we could definitely see Matt targeting that midsection as he draped Ernie up on the top rope. And now Matt up at the top turnbuckle. Oh my gosh, a flying clothesline. And now Matt hoisting Ernie up, might be looking for white noise, and he hits it. Ernie is out. But still there is life in the Keebler Elf. And now Matt might be looking for the sharpshooter. Locks the sharpshooter in the middle of the ring. Ernie tapping out. But there's no submissions. You could tap out till doomsday. But this matchup would still be continuing. And now Matt, after depositing Ernie over the top rope, he's got himself a bat. Oh! Right to the face, right on the bridge of the nose. Matt McIntyre with several shots, courtesy of that bat. And once again, Ernie the Elf deposited inside that ambulance. He's been able to fight out numerous times, but you can only fight for so long. Matt McIntyre looking to close that second door to end this matchup, to put the final chapter of this rivalry to bed. And he's done it! He's done it! Matt McIntyre has won! Ernie is gone from FWE! Matt McIntyre has done what he promised to do. He has vanquished the Keebler Elves. Ernie is leaving in an ambulance. He is gone from FWE. Matt McIntyre stands tall as FWE Sugar Rush continues.
The following contest is a tornado tag team match and is for the Men's Superstars Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 825 pounds, the Dangerous Alliance!
Well, it was a couple of weeks ago we saw Thor and the Hulk, representatives of the Avengers, become the #1 contenders in what could arguably be called the largest fatal four-way tag team matchup that we had. Last week we saw Thor go one-on-one with RJ Bishop. RJ getting a count-out victory, and then FWE management didn't want to have that match end on a count-out, so they ended up having Nick Gunther and Hulk go at it. Hulk with the victory, so the teams are squared up 1-1 coming into the rubber match tonight with the tag team titles on the line.
And introducing the champions at a combined weight of 449 pounds, the men's superstars tag team champions, Vicious and Delicious.
RJ Bishop and Nick Gunther coming into FWE Sugar Rush as the men's Disney Tag Team Champions. These two have been quite formidable since winning this championship gold. But they may be in for their toughest task here tonight. Our second of 4 title matches here tonight. Already Dylan Young retains the Tri-Wizard Championship. Still to come tonight, Michael Norman issuing an open challenge for the Intercontinental title and the Women's World Championship on the line in our main event. Tornado tag match, which means all 4 participants will be in the matchup at the same time. First pinfall, first submission will win the matchup. No disqualifications, no countouts. As Nick Gunther deposits Thor to the outside, this is exactly what you need to do in a tornado tag match, is bring it down to a 2v1. Hulk now deposited to the outside as well. RJ will go out to meet Thor. Nick Gunther now going underneath the ring as DDT to the outside. Oh, and a clothesline by the Hulk to Nick Gunther. Something we have to keep in mind that we don't really talk all that much about is that Hulk holds the men's Money in the Bank briefcase. And one would have thought that tonight would have been a prime opportunity with Dylan Young taken out by the duo of Anthony McCurry and Cole Eastwood, that would have been a perfect time to pounce. Hulk could very well have left FWE Sugar Rush as a double champion if he and Thor could win the tag team titles here tonight. I mean, Dylan Young's a fighting champion, but I'm not necessarily certain with how beaten down he was if he would have been able to hold off the manifestation known as Hulk if he had decided to cash in. Both fights on the outside of the ring right now. The pinfall submission for the title to be retained or to change hands has to take place between the ropes. You see referee Ernest Wright just letting everything that's taking place out there take place. He's not going out there. He's not looking for pinfalls. He waits inside the ring for when he ends up seeing a pinfall or a submission. As now RJ Bishop and the Hulk inside of the ring. Big slam by Hulk to the Delicious side of Vicious and Delicious. And now here is where you have to have trust in your tag team partner. With Nick Gunther and Thor on the outside, they are basically trusting that their tag team partner can get the job done inside of the ring. Dominator on the outside by Thor to Nick Gunther. And now Hulk bringing RJ away from the ropes. Could be looking for a pinfall here. No. Instead, gonna hoist RJ up and delivers a gut-wrench slam. Thor and Gunther back in the ring now. As look at the strength of Hulk. Bench presses RJ and then delivers him down to the mat. I believe that was a modified Alabama slam there by Thor. Cover on Nick Gunther to win the titles and a kick out at 2. And now Hulk hoists up Nick Gunther, Dominator. Uh-oh. Oh, kick there by Thor. Little miscommunication, but here's the cover on Nick. And that's it! Oh my gosh! Just a straight up kick to the face by Thor. And we've got new tag team champions.
Here are your winners, and the new men's superstars tag team champions, the Dangerous Alliance.
Nick Gunther might be out. Hulk was going for the Hulk smash punch. Thor intercepted. But nonetheless, the titles change hands. Thor and Hulk are your new men's Disney Tag Team Champions. Still plenty more to come here tonight, FWE Sugar Rush. Keep it with us.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Intercontinental Championship.
Well, folks, Michael Norman has issued an open challenge for the Intercontinental title here tonight. Let's find out who answers, and oh man, this should be a good one here tonight at FWE Sugar Rush. The War Machine, Levi McIntyre, looking for his first FWE Singles Championship title reign. This is going to be a powerhouse matchup for the ages. We ended up seeing Michael Norman most recently in a matchup against Gaston, who's the current United States champion. That was a test of strength, but neither title was on the line at the time. Now the Intercontinental Championship hangs in the balance. And Levi McIntyre may have just seen that most recent matchup where the tag team titles on the men's side changed hands. He's looking for the second title change here tonight. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Michael Norman is not alone. Look who he's got behind him. That's Anthony McCrory. That's Cole Eastwood, the two individuals that attacked the world champion earlier on tonight. And I'm trying to make out that silhouette. Is that Matt McIntyre? Matt McIntyre, who just moments ago was in that grueling ambulance match with Ernie the Keebler Elf. Well, now we know why Michael Norman was confident to issue an open challenge here tonight. He's got plenty of backup. And now we've got more questions than answers, it seems, with McCrory, Eastwood, and McIntyre, Matt that is, coming down to the ring behind the Intercontinental Champion. Well, the odds have now just been stacked against the challenger Levi McIntyre, as essentially there's going to be three very real distractions outside of the ring. But obviously there's some kind of an alliance here.
Introducing the challenger from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 290 pounds, the Machine War McIntyre! And his opponent from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 296 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, Michael Norton!
Well, folks, I'm certainly going to try and keep my focus on what really it needs to be here, the Intercontinental Championship on the line, but I'm still taken aback by the individuals we have out here at ringside, McCrory, Eastwood, and Matt McIntyre, and something that I've kind of taken note of. Have you noticed the attire? All three of these individuals out here wearing black, kind of similar to the attire that Michael Norman wears to the ring. We might be seeing the birth of some kind of a faction here, and I'm not necessarily certain the reason behind it, but nonetheless, bell rings, and here we go. Michael Norman and Levi McIntyre. Michael looking to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Levi McIntyre right out of the gate showcasing his power and strength. Looking to leave with championship gold as knee right to the midsection, clothesline by Michael Norman. And Cole Eastwood up there on the ring apron. I believe the referee never even saw it. He just took that top turnbuckle off. The padding, that is, exposing the steel ring of the turnbuckle. Title cannot change hands on a disqualification, as Michael, we don't usually see him go up to the top, but Michael looking to flying shoulder attack with Levi McIntyre. Here's the cover to retain the title, and Levi is going to kick out at 2. And now Gorilla Press Slam by Michael Norman. There's the show of strength by the champion. And now Levi up there in the corner. Keep an eye on that exposed turnbuckle there, as Levi with a clothesline out of the corner. Referee Ernest Wright, I don't think hasn't even noticed that turnbuckle padding is missing. And side slam by Michael Norman. Oh! A little too much showboating. Levi with the clothesline. And now, oh, big spine buster there by Levi. And now, suplex. Michael Norman wisely rolls to the outside, looking for some reprieve, but Levi will not give it to him as he delivers an elbow right to the chest of the champion. Oh, and now, right in the middle of that group. Wait, Levi with a chair. Oh, a chair to Michael Norman. And now wailing away there on the legs of Michael. Referee Ernest Wright not calling for the bell there, as now Michael's going to go underneath the ring. Oh, and throws a kendo stick right at the cranium of Levi. Dominator on the outside. Well, referee Ernest Wright, I think, recognized this was going to be a big fight, and he's letting them go to town on each other. He's not allowing the fact of a disqualification to get in the way of this title match. He's not calling for the bell. He's not issuing a count out. As Michael now going back underneath the ring. Oh, and again, kendo stick shot after kendo stick shot. He just broke the kendo stick right over the skull of Levi. And now Levi deposited back inside the ring. Michael Norman firmly in control of this match. Here's the cover to retain the Intercontinental Championship. And Levi still has some fight left in him, kicks out at 2. Remember, Michael Norman issued this open challenge, but now it kind of makes sense why he felt confident to do so with the backup of McCrory, Eastwood, and McIntyre on the outside. Splashed by Levi. Oh, and now the sleeper! Sleeper hold! Is Michael gonna pass out? Is Michael gonna go to sleep? Oh, Levi wasn't able to keep that sleeper hold cinched in. Michael able to fight out of it. But how much damage has been done to the champion? Oh, big scoop power slam by Michael Norman to Levi McIntyre. And now Michael might be looking to put this get away, looking for the end of days. Hits it flush in the center of the ring. That's got to be it to retain the Intercontinental Championship, and Michael Norman picks up the victory. A valiant effort by Levi McIntyre.
Intercontinental Champion Michael Norton.
But the odds were too great as Michael Norman walks out of FWE Sugar Rush still the Intercontinental Champion. Well, up next, folks, it's our main event. Women's title is on the line.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match and is for the Women's Universal Championship.
Well, welcome to our main event here tonight. As the #1 contender for the Women's World Championship makes her way to the ring, the Amazon, known as Wonder Woman. We saw in recent weeks Wonder Woman becoming the #1 contender for this matchup here tonight. Remember as well that she got to choose the stipulation in which this Women's World Championship was going to be defended. A 2 out of 3 falls matchup, which means that it's a best of 3. You have to pin or submit your opponent not once, but twice. Well, the Women's World Champion of the Galaxy, Cruella de Vil, many will remember back at the last PLEF Fantasia, the odds were stacked against her as she had 7 opponents she had to go through to retain her title, and somehow, some way, she was able to do just that. Cruella de Vil, currently the longest reigning Women's World Champion, and here tonight she looks to continue that legacy if she can get through Wonder Woman. But again as well, she's at a disadvantage. The stipulation was chosen by the challenger.
Introducing the challenger from Valhalla, Wonder Woman. And her opponent from London, England, the Women's Universal Champion, the Devil.
Both Cruella de Vil and Wonder Woman were in that matchup at FWE Fantasia with the Women's Championship on the line. Wonder Woman actually won a last chance qualifier in order to be able to be in that matchup. But this is the first time we're going to see these two for the title one-on-one. Here we go. 2 out of 3 falls matchup for the Women's World Championship of the Galaxy. And Wonder Woman immediately out of the gate with the DDT. We have to bear in mind it is a champion's advantage. However, the way that you can end up getting one of the falls, you can get it via pinfall, submission. You can also get it via a count out or a disqualification. As a suplex by Cruella. Oh, and a big clothesline turning Wonder Woman inside out. Well, when Cruella retained the title at Fantasia, a lot of people kind of took Cruella for granted. Nobody is doing so now. As Wonder Woman on the outside. Referee, I think, should be administering a count here. No, actually. Okay, so I'm actually being told that there is no countouts and there is no disqualifications. It is just a pinfall or submission scenario here. So that's why we ended up seeing Wonder Woman going underneath the ring there to get that chair, and why we did not see the referee administer a 10 count when the individuals were both on the outside of the ring. So that makes sense. It's now Wonder Woman with a kendo stick wearing out the champion. This type of a matchup, you want to be the one to get that first fall. You do not want to be put in a must-win situation and have to run the table picking up the final 2 falls. It's almost a sudden death then for the one that's behind, 1 fall to nothing. As Cruella going underneath the ring, she's got herself a table. Bounces it right off the head of Diana. And now sets it up here. Wonder Woman delivered midsection first into the table. Oh, and a knee right to the top of the head. Right to the forehead. You can't get a pinfall or a submission on the outside of the ring, but you can certainly do a lot of damage to your opponent. And we've seen 2 out of 3 falls matchups where you can wear somebody down so much that you get that first pinfall, immediately go for the second pinfall, and it's over just like that. Oh, and now a double stomp to the knees. Here's the cover to go up 1-0. The champion Cruella, and doesn't even get a 1 count. As Wonder Woman slips out immediately. And now the bear hug submission. The bear hug submission locked in. Cruella looking to fight out. Boxes the ears. And she will escape. Drop kick right to the knee. Taking down the taller individual. Oh, and a spear. Drives Wonder Woman to the outside, and I couldn't tell from that angle, but her lower back may have landed on that steel chair out there on the outside. Oh, and now a hockey stick. Oh! To the lower back, to the legs. I think the goal is very clear here of what Cruella is targeting as she gets spiked on the outside by Wonder Woman. Cruella clearly going for the lower extremities. Uh-oh. Chokehold locked in here. Oh, and a shot right to the exposed midsection. Kick to the midsection by Cruella, answers right back, and now delivers Wonder Woman right into those steel steps. Oh, and back to the table, right into the corner of that table. And Wonder Woman crumples. Remember, the Women's World Championship is on the line. As again, another stiff shot right to the gut. And now Cruella tastes the table. And now Wonder Woman Might be looking for something under the ring here. Now a shovel comes into play. Oh my gosh! Literally uses it almost like a, I don't even know what you would classify this, like a fly swatter. And now Wonder Woman feeling that the ball is in her court. Looking to become the new Women's World Champion. Cruella looking to continue her reign here in FWE. Again, midsection to the side of that table that's been set up at ringside. This our main event here tonight. As a gut wrench into a dominator on the outside. And Wonder Woman's not done. What more punishment is she looking to inflict? Might be looking for the power bomb on the outside. If Wonder Woman can get Cruella back inside the ring, she may be able to go up one pinfall to none. But again, utilizing the table elbow to the midsection. Earlier on tonight, Dylan Young retained the Tri-Wizard Championship against Fabio Sparklemane, but not until a post-match attack by Anthony McCurry and Cole Eastwood. We would soon find out partially the reasoning behind it, as later on in the night, Michael Norman would retain his Intercontinental Championship in an open challenge against Levi McIntyre, but the big story was that he was accompanied to the ring by the aforementioned Cole Eastwood and Anthony McCurry, as well as Matt McIntyre, who earlier on tonight defeated Ernie the Elf in an ambulance match. Ernie the Elf now indefinitely suspended from FWE. And earlier on tonight as well, we ended up having a title change. Thor and Hulk, the new tag team champions, as they were able to defeat the champions coming into this evening, Vicious and Delicious Nick Gunther and RJ Bishop. So 2 titles have been retained, 1 title has changed hands. What will be the fate of the Women's World Champion here tonight? As now Wonder Woman deposited back inside the ring. How much punishment has been done to both of these women as they look to pick up not only the first, but the second winning pinfall here in this 2 out of 3 falls matchup. Neckbreaker by Wonder Woman. Both women are down. And now Wonder Woman going for the cover, looking to go up 1 fall. And she will pick up the pinfall. That's the first pinfall. Now Wonder Woman needs a second. Wonder Woman needs to run the table. Glam Slam was what Wonder Woman was going for. Missed. Springboard forearm by Cruella to tie this matchup up at 1 apiece. And Wonder Woman kicks out at 1. Cruella incensed. And now looking for the unprettier. That's going to tie this matchup up. We're going to be at 1 fall apiece. Next pinfall, next submission will be the Women's World Champion. Looking for the power bomb. Cover. Do we have a new Women's World Champion? Yes, we do. Wonder Woman is the new Women's World Champion in FWE. Well, she named the stipulation as the challenger. She is the new champion. Wait a minute! Hold that thought! Elizabeth Swann, the Women's Money in the Bank briefcase holder, is here! Is she cashing in her Money in the Bank briefcase? Anytime, any place, if you are the briefcase holder, you have a guaranteed World Championship matchup. And after a grueling 2 out of 3 falls, Wonder Woman may have to still defend the title that she just won. Is Elizabeth Swann cashing in? That's the question, though. She's brought the briefcase to the ring, but until the bell rings, it is not official. She's going over to the referee. This is it.
It's scheduled for one fall, and it's for the Women's Universal Championship.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe what we're seeing. Elizabeth Swann is cashing in her Money in the Bank briefcase. And just like that, we've got another title match. Wonder Woman just went through a grueling matchup with Cruella de Vil, a 2 out of 3 falls matchup. Elizabeth Swann feels that Wonder Woman is ripe for the picking. This is a first in FWE. We have never had a Money in the Bank cash-in. Hulk still holds the Money in the Bank briefcase on the men's side as Elizabeth Swann with a springboard bulldog. Elizabeth Swann, arguably the freshest individual in this matchup. I believe I'm being told that 20 minutes that 2 out of 3 falls matchup went. Wonder Woman has got to be exhausted, but does she have enough left in the tank? She just won the title from Cruella de Vil, but she may lose it as quickly as she gained it. And now, the double arm underhook suplex by Wonder Woman. And Wonder Woman is fired up, ready for this challenge. Elizabeth Swann might be having second thoughts about cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase. Hoisted up and down for the power bomb. I don't think Elizabeth Swann expected that Wonder Woman was going to have this much left in the tank. Setting her up, maybe. Oh, power slam. Discus forearm to Elizabeth Swann. And now, the power of Wonder Woman with the fall-away slam. And Elizabeth Swann gonna roll to the outside. Now Wonder Woman working on the leg. Referee now beginning the count. This is a regular matchup, folks. This is not a stipulated matchup. Elizabeth Swann could very easily, oh, wait a minute. Bulldog on the outside. Elizabeth Swann could very easily have a failed cash in here if there is a count out or a disqualification. She's got to stay aware of the count. Elizabeth's back inside the ring, but she needs the champ back inside the ring as well. Wonder Woman up on the ring apron and now delivered back to the outside again. I was gonna say, if you're Elizabeth, you want Wonder Woman to get back between the ropes. Nice reverse drop kick there by Elizabeth. Oh, but the foot's under the rope. Great look there by referee Ernest Wright, noticing that the left foot of Wonder Woman was underneath the ropes. Now Elizabeth brings Wonder Woman back towards the center of the ring, away from those ropes. Triple kick to the face. Wonder Woman, though, will answer back. And now, looking for the slam. What an incredible end to tonight. A Money in the Bank cash-in. Elizabeth Swann looking for her first Women's World Championship. She's a 2-time hardcore champion. Drop kick. Oh, Wonder Woman was dazed, but only for a moment. Back elbow. And again, looking maybe for another fall-away slam. Power slam instead. Neck breaker. And again, Elizabeth to the outside. And Wonder Woman flies. Hits the splash to the outside. You would never think that Wonder Woman had just been through A 2 out of 3 falls matchup with Cruella de Vil as a dominator on the outside. Wonder Woman could care less if there's a count out. She would retain her championship. The pressure is on the challenger, Elizabeth Swann. And now Elizabeth with back elbows. Referees at a count of 5. Elizabeth deposits the champion back between the ropes. Referee was at a count of 6. Stops the count. As Wonder Woman with a clothesline. Oh, and tries to hyperextend the elbow. Maybe even dislocate the shoulder. And now, got the nerve vice on the shoulder. Sweeps the leg, though, does Elizabeth Swann to fight out of that submission. Misses the springboard leg drop. That could be costly. Wonder Woman, springboard. Uh-oh, might be looking for the glam slam. Reversal by Elizabeth. Off the ropes. Oh, there's the cutter. There's the spinning cutter. Do we have a new champion? Do we have a new champion? Kick out at 2. Oh, I thought that was it. Oh, I thought that was it. I think Elizabeth thought that was it. But Wonder Woman is still in it as a clothesline to the outside. This crowd here in Albany, New York, chanting "Fight Forever." And honestly, I'm with them. I wouldn't mind. I would have no voice at the end of it. But I am absolutely down for these two to keep going at it. The Women's World Championship on the line. Wonder Woman just won the title mere moments ago from Cruella de Vil. Elizabeth Swann cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase. Where is Elizabeth going? Oh my gosh! Top rope Hurricane Rana to the outside. That may have taken just as much out of the challenger as it did the champion. But what it did do is reset the count. Drop kick to the back of the head. Both of these two women putting everything on the line for a second time tonight for Diana. Senton by Elizabeth Swann. Referees at a count of 6. Referees at a count of 7. Elizabeth making sure that that count out's not going to take place. Oh, hits the, I don't even know what that's called, some kind of a flip. And Elizabeth's going to win the title. Elizabeth Swann's the new world champion.
Here is your winner and new Women's Universal Champion, Elizabeth Turner.
Our first Money in the Bank cash-in. Our first successful Money in the Bank cash-in here in FWE. Elizabeth Swann is the new Women's World Champion of the Galaxy. What an incredible PLE it's been here at FWE Sugar Rush. We thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next week.